You. I got it now. I got it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Having some issues, man. With fucking what do you call it? OBS. Hopping here now. Yo, I'm here. Can you guys hear me? Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I got it.
Fuck, nigga. You want to do this shit the regular.
We doing it live. Did anything in the background? We straight. Let's go. We straight now. Let me see. Video man live stream. Hold on, man. We live. Hold up. We live.
I had to make sure the she was working in the YouTube.
Yeah. Go to the actual YouTube page. All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm back at the YouTube page.
Make sure you can hear me loud and clear.
Okay, we back, people. We back.
Yeah. We back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who that? Kratos?
Oh,
yeah, buddy.
oh come on now. You can't try to bombard.
Hey, I
done with all these ponies.
Hey, I'm straight out the hospital, ready to take you guys down.
Yeah.
You good,
came
bro?
out of the deathbed to come shit on y'all niggas. You heard?
Yeah. All right.
You good though, bro?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I'm
now,
good.
Look, can they hear me loud and clear on the stream?
That's the more important thing, yo.
Definitely.
They can hear me loud and clear on the stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now we cooking with some grease. All right, we good now. It ain't me. OBS was tripping, man. But all right, now boom. I'm sorry. Hey, as you guys come in, hit the like button. We're gonna have a very entertaining show to say the least. You know what I mean? Once, twice, second time with charm, right? Check it out, right? Now, hold up. We're gonna start the inductions all over again. We got my brother Alex in here. I got the most boringest motherfucker I can find on YouTube, Kid Snooze. With his shit. I got Alex. I got Kratos. I got Baron screaming ass, half man, half microphone, aka Baron, half subwoofer, loud as hell. We got him in here. It's going down. No, okay. No, I'm sorry. Now, as I was saying, Kid Smooth, we're gonna pick up right where we left off at. I asked you a question. They couldn't hear what I asked you. I said I spoke to you the other day, but I haven't really spoken to you about Microsoft, about their Gamescom, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, again, what were your thoughts about the Gamescom? What did you think? Cool with it? Talk to me.
I mean, it was nothing special. It was trash. Gamescom has fallen into the sunken place as far as an event. It used to be one of my favorite places to look forward to. I used to treat it as a E3, but clearly it's not that anymore. Mm-hmm. And but I had those expectations for quite a while, judging back to last year's Gamescom when you kind of seen like, wow, what is this? And then with the fact that they put, Inside Xbox Special in front of it for this year, it was going to be just a glorified Inside Xbox, better than the monthly Inside Xbox, but nothing compared to previous Gamescoms of years before and whatnot. So, but my expectations were set. I'm sorry if anybody else's expectations were super high and they were expecting brand new shit and whatnot, but that wasn't me. So, I mean, I don't have any thoughts on it. I would have liked to be surprised and whatnot.
Wait.
I'm not sweating it.
Now, first of all, I know you roll with the weapon wheel niggas, right? But I'm going to question your integrity, right? You do realize it's a drug-free environment, right? You're aware of this, right?
I'm completely aware.
Anything you say today will be used against you in a later show. You do realize this, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, you're saying you wasn't expecting much. Now, what does that say as a fan? Because, again, I remember when Gamescom, we got some of the biggest announcements. Tomb Raider, Scalebound, Crackdown, Fable Legends. And now, what? You're not expecting anything?
Not from Gamescom, just by how they treated it last year. You know what I mean?
So what's the purpose of Microsoft going in?
Yeah, I don't even know. But I don't know. I mean, you guys I don't understand that. You guys do this every month after every Inside Xbox. You ask yourself these same questions every time, and it's like what's going on, but yet
I
talk about it, Smooth. Call that fuck nigga out.
This is beyond Z. I don't know what's going on.
My whole thing is, what Z's trying to explain to you is, you spent a lot of money on this console for them to give you nothing. That's the problem.
Who said I ain't got nothing?
No. What exclusives y'all been rocking with? Where's these exclusives at? Where these exclusives are?
Come on, man, bro.
Where they at?
Come on now, man.
What do you? I said exclusives. I just keep saying, come on. What exclusives y'all rocking with right now?
Hey, Kid Smooth, let me help you out there, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, Alex, man. Right now, it's all about next gen, baby. Next gen.
Oh shit!
You know what?
You know what,
Kratos? You're a whole fuck nigga, and that's why I'm gonna go to the chat for this. Cause Diamond said Heartache laid that fuck nigga Kratos on his stomach. That's why he was in the hospital.
Oh shit!
Man. Oh,
hey, we blocking that food.
Look. We've been getting exclusives throughout this generation.
When?
Right?
Right? Listen.
Hold on.
What is going on here? What is going on here?
And look.
What is going on here?
We begin first party. Now, are these exclusives something that particularly associate with some of the members on this panel? No. Do they associate with other people that might like them? Yes. Has there been a lack of exclusive towards the end of the generation? Yes. But to say that we haven't got nothing, that's a motherfucking reach, man. Come on now, stop that.
Yeah, man. Zoo Tycoon was the answer, right?
Look at you. Look at little Z-Son that enter the picture. He looked at you, little son, then enter the picture.
Leave my oldest boy alone, boy. I'm just saying, I'm listening. We haven't really gotten any. I'm listening. You like I said, you're only good at your last meal. Like this should kind of see it. But what I'm saying is just like Xbox fans have turned into what Nintendo fans should be doing the Wii U era. Like, yo, don't expect much. Don't expect much from this Nintendo Direct. Like, why even do them?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's still information to get out there.
What information?
Like what?
If you're at an event, I mean, why? Like the thing is, it's like people. You guys
was
are
Sony
I don't
there?
know why it has to be.
Was Sony there?
Some sort of. So what? They probably had nothing to show.
Exactly.
I mean,
they had nothing to show, so they didn't even bother putting on an event.
What was the big thing from Sony this year? Or was it God of War and what Spider-Man?
This year?
Yeah, you're acting like those are small things.
You got Spider-Man.
Like, you guys act like you guys act like you get those every month. You get Spider-Man and God of War every month this year?
No, but it's a lot more than nothing from Xbox.
So in between, it's just hype.
So what did you get from Xbox this year?
I can't wait for Spider-Man. All right, Spider-Man comes down after a week. I can't wait for Days Gone. I can't wait for Days Gone. All right, it's finally February. You finally get it.
So what can't you wait for? Another Forza?
The good things I don't have to rely on.
Every year,
just play video games.
Every year, Xbox dues depend on the August to September for Forza.
Of what?
That's the only consistent game that drops every single year for them.
Well, I get games every month, so
what games you get every month?
What exclusives?
That's just like saying every generation y'all depend on.
You guys must be bored for most of the time.
That's like saying every generation.
Hold on, before we continue, pay the bills. Pay the bills.
That's just like saying every generation y'all depend on Sony to deliver towards the end of the generation. Fuck out of here with that shit, Kratos.
Post up. You said in the last stream it's gonna be the battle of the hardware. No, it's not.
Yo, Ali, need the chat there.
Yeah, it is.
Pay the bills. What it say?
I'm talking about in terms of spec.
Someone pay that.
That's like the big. Shout out to Stuart Stokes, $2 holla. And Microsoft hyped a big reveal, a fucking PUBG.
That wasn't
God damn. But no, the one above that.
We already knew Washburn was not going to be shown there.
I didn't.
Shout out to Paradox. Xbox got about as many exclusives as Reaper gets ass.
Shit, damn.
Wow. And shit.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing.
And then show and say they got Kid Smooth head in the fire already.
Hey, yeah, but listen, they said here when Smooth said, all Sony said, we can't wait to God of War. Then we can't wait to wait to Spider-Man. But what are you saying you can't wait for the Xbox move?
That's why I'm asking.
See, there's a difference between you and I. You know what I mean? You guys must be bored most of the time. I just can't wait for the next big game.
Well, when we talk about
No.
We're talking about
if you're gonna be on this panel, man, you gotta go for that. Man, we're gonna question Z integrity, man. Because in the beginning of this generation, he was Xbox. This nigga flip flop more than a gymnast, nigga. And y'all sitting up here listening. Y'all sitting up here listening to the shit he saying. This nigga flip flopping more than a gymnast.
Hey, yo, listen,
okay, at one point he almost got a switch. All right, you can always question his integrity.
You know what? Matter of fact, I'm sorry to interrupt. Shout out to Baron. You know what I mean? He's the one that got the W this week. It's always the switch I can rely on to body.
Listen. We not talking about no shit.
He right every Nintendo.
Oh, you
he want to get.
Nintendo goalposts like that.
You know when you getting beat up, you gotta get your older brother. That's what you doing right now. You gotta get your older brother.
He said, I can always
can't move the goalposts like that, Smooth. I'm trying to help you, player.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, because it's like quiet this month. I'm like, why y'all quiet? Y'all always
quiet.
I'm trying to
You in last place.
You just totally moved the goalpost.
Yeah, about to ask. Where did Xbox place?
Shout out to Gotti. What's up, Gotti?
Go ahead and subscribe to that channel.
Yeah, shout out to Paradox with the 199. He said, "Laugh out loud." This is Gotti Z.
Yeah. Shout out to Gotti.
If y'all are done with the bullshit,
here we go. This nigga with this loud ass microphone.
I'm about to come up in here and set this place on fire.
Talk about it, Barry. Let's go.
Post up, don't hype it because you ain't got no fucking game.
First of all, I don't want to hear nobody on this panel.
Sincerely, fuck Alex right now.
I don't hear nobody on this panel talk about exclusive because both of y'all are dry as fuck right now. Okay?
Yeah, I know it's to the 7th, right?
Now, I remember so vaguely when I was in here for a second, and I don't give a damn. My mic is loud right now because it needs to be loud right now. I remember when I was in this panel, and some people are missing today because these were the people that uttered these words. They said, "Who the hell gives a damn about Octopath Traveler?" Damn!
Call their names out, Baron.
If I don't be damned, what is the #1 best-selling game right now? Octopath Traveler. Damn, man. What? And you know what? I'm gonna reiterate something else. You know what I mean? Because these Sony peasants took a L last year to the NES Classic, took a L this month to the Nintendo Switch, and I heard this one thing back in April that God of War will be able to reach Zelda Breath of the Wild sales. But tell me which game outsold God of War in July of the NPD? God of the Wild. So somebody tell me what's really going on in here.
Listen, before you start all that yapping, take off them freaking tights you got on, bro.
Somebody has to come in here and tell me what is the deal, because every time you Sony peasants open your mouth, reality and the NPDs and the financial reports come and slap the shit out of you. So I need some answers right now.
Yo, what was all that energy with the Wii U, man?
Where the ponies at? What y'all got?
What was all that energy with the Wii U, man?
Oh, I had the same energy. Trust me, I would.
You disappeared from the YouTube streets, bro.
I didn't disappear. Alex, I went down with the ship on Wii U. I have no problems with saying that because I was around for it. But we talking about right now. We talking about a game that y'all going to crown game of the generation, but it's getting outsold by a 15-month-old game. That's what we talking about right now.
Ponies are pretty quiet right now. You ponies are pretty quiet right now. What's going on?
That's what I want to know. I want to know. Hold on,
pay the bills.
I also want to know, how is it possible that every time I tell you the PS4 is dry as fuck, but y'all don't want to listen to me? But why is 5 out of top 10 best-selling games are Nintendo exclusives? Tell me why is that happening right now?
You got like 80 million pedophiles out there trying to.
Let me pay the bill. Let me pay the bill. Shout out to Ann Castle with the $10 holler. Alex, set this fuck nigga straight.
I'm trying.
Bragging about sales during a gaming drought. Hush, fuck, nigga, not impressed.
First of all, of course you're not impressed because you're the one in the drought. I'm not in the drought. Last time I checked, the new release on Nintendo Switch is the #1 best-selling game in the country. So I'm not in the drought.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it. What are you talking about?
You playing it?
Shout out to Store Stokes.
I am not playing deep into it because I'm deep into Madden. That's what I'm on right now.
Shout out to Store Stokes with the $2 holler. He said Yakuza 2. Dragon Quest, Spider-Man, Dragon Quest, I think 11, Spider-Man in 2 weeks, not dry. Those 3 games come in 2 weeks, so he's saying it's not dry.
No, you dry as hell. you dry as hell because you have no exclusives for your fall and your holiday season. Y'all been dry ever since God of War came out. And now you see that the game.
We had Detroit become human after that.
Like I said, you've been dry since God of War came out.
You see, we gotta get into a wrestling match, nigga.
We don't have to get in a wrestling match. The facts are the facts.
Listen, Baron,
the best-selling games over the summer have been Nintendo games because, quite frankly, reality and the gamers in the real world feel like you don't have shit on your system to play. It's just simple as that. You can't.
Listen, I just bought a Nintendo Switch last week. I got that shit on Craigslist this week. What'd that tell you?
That tells me that you're trying to go back
shit on there. That's why, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Hey, my head's
trash.
Okay,
my head.
I know. It is
microphone being so loud.
What? Is it loud again?
I said my head's still ringing and banging because of him screaming so loud.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you gotta take off one side of the headphones so you can blow out one eardrum, not both.
Yeah. I think
I'm disoriented. I can't even get there now.
I think
you should be disoriented
Sony
because
fans need Porter Rock right now.
Where's Porter Rock at? Because Porter Rock was the main one.
Listen here.
Porter Rock and Alex was the main one talking about Octopath Traveler. I was like, this is why you need to get out of your Sony peasant bubble and get into the real conversations with real gamers on the internet or in the real world. Because when you stuck in that circle jerk of Sony fuckery, you're not living in reality.
Listen, I know y'all still ass hurt over Sony not, you know what I mean? Rocking with y'all.
I'm not ass hurt over anything.
Listen,
I am actually shocked. I'm actually shocked and surprised that a game that's only in its 3rd month on release is being outsold by a game that's 15 months old. But y'all want to crown this game of the generation.
Right now, Spider-Man's taking that shine. What are you talking about?
Baron is catching bodies right now.
What shine?
What everybody talking about right now?
Obviously, they ain't talking about nothing on PlayStation.
Spider-Man, right?
Listen, no, they're not.
Nobody talking about Spider-Man?
Everybody's not talking about Spider-Man. That's not the #1 conversation starter. No, it's not.
Okay.
If you only look at Sony fans and peasants, that's the only thing y'all talking about because you got nothing else to fucking talk about. But when you talk about the overall gaming community, half of it ain't worried about damn Spider-Man. Period.
All right, so the MPD came out. We already got the MPD, right?
It came out 2 days ago, and like Smooth said, it was quiet as a mug. I ain't never seen an MPD be that quiet.
It was quiet.
Wait, when you don't won 5 years straight MPDs,
Jay.
Nintendo had to start over with a whole nother job.
J-Dub, look.
Nah, J-Dub, no. You the main fuck nigga who be celebrating MPDs.
I'm just saying,
you be switching your Twitter name to MPD names, and you ain't do that this time.
When Spider-Man come out, right? Baron gonna get Ghost. Y'all
gonna get Ghost. Was I Ghost when God of War came out? Why would I be Ghost when Spider-Man came out?
Yo, listen.
Exactly. I'm not y'all. I'm not y'all. I'm not worried about it.
So I mean, your credibility.
I'm not worried about it.
Baron, it's over, brother.
I didn't see.
I know it was over. You got dominated.
It's over tonight.
You got dominated, just like I said. Y'all was gonna get dominated.
Sony dropped that limited edition Pro.
And guess what? You know what's worse about it? That's just Octopath Traveler, though.
Oh God.
Wait till the fall and the holidays.
Can I see gameplay on this damn shit ass game?
Damn.
I want to see what's the hype, because he's hyping this shit off like it's the next coming of Christ. This dog shit. Let me see what this shit look like. You got gameplay on this dog shit?
Hold up.
Pull it up, man. If this shit look like some child rapist shit, that shit don't count. It's a lot of pedophiles in this world, man.
It's not child rapist. It's called a throwback to classic RPG.
We're gonna see. Ain't this a remake though? Ain't this a remake?
No. Oh my God.
I'm just asking. I don't know about Nintendo games like that.
I think you don't know anything about games.
Oh God damn! This looks like garbage. What the fuck is this?
Play it. What we got?
Oh, what the fuck is this, Baron?
Y'all can
How did this win, though?
Can we get a cut? I want to see the game.
Great RPG game.
I'll give credit credit is due. This shit won, but still.
Listen,
pay the bill.
Yo, shout out to the Ruhan with the 99. Baron was sweating until the MPD came out. You didn't hear from him until now. Laugh out loud. He proud now.
Facts.
So they say you went quiet.
So y'all hear from me every day. Stop it.
Shout out to Top Dog too with the $5 KFC box. Ooh, them little crispy things be fat. Look, never trust a big black man who wears tights and hypes up Nintendo games.
Oh no, hell no. Look, you don't have to trust me. You don't have to, man. You don't have to trust me. All you got to do.
How?
All you got to do is just listen to the facts. You ain't got to trust me. Just listen to the facts. Facts of the matter is you got your ass stomped in July, just like I said you were, because you was in a drought and you dry as hell. And it's going to continue. Spider-Man is going to give y'all a bump, and then the next thing you know, y'all going to drop back down to the dry state again. It's just what it is. It's just period. That's what it is.
Hey, Baron, what resolution is that game in? Is that 360p?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know. It's supposed to be 1080p, but I don't know.
I'm still waiting on my Madden and my Call of Duty.
I don't know. I don't know what that has to do with these MPD results. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nintendo got 7 games.
This is the other thing I got a question too, because this is kind of crazy. Y'all talk all that garbage about State of Decay 2.
Yeah, that's that's
you
a lot
talk
of games
all that garbage about State of Decay 2.
You can't deny that though. You could get on the Switch, but when you got that much software in the top 10, I don't know, man. You can't really say nothing, man.
You can't say
that's
nothing.
7 games. Like, that's crazy.
Now, I want to know how y'all got on State of Decay 2 for dropping, but God of War dropped all the way to 13. It's getting outsold by Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Odyssey, and it broke even with Captain fucking Toad. So we got to bring this stuff up because
what's going on now?
Zelda this thing. God of War?
Oh Lord!
What did it say? The best-selling games of 2018.
God of War was the second best-selling game of 2018.
I'm trying to figure this out. Everybody was always State of Decay 2 about grand opening, grand closing, but how does God of War not be able to keep his staying power 3 months after the release? Somebody talk to me, please.
Hey, look, a Spider-Man advertisement.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Who came in?
That's why I'm marketing is on point, though.
Who came in #1 as far as hardware last month with MPD? Switch.
Switch.
Hey,
look, I don't know, man. Y'all ain't got no answers for it. Y'all got all the answers for shitting on Microsoft. Y'all ain't gave Baron no answers. Where the police at? Where the fuck the police at?
Post that. Everybody say that.
No, don't try to look. Don't try to put this on me. Don't try to put this on me. Baron just called the whole pony pedal out. Ain't nobody got no answers for him. I'm still waiting.
Post up, there's nothing they can say. Post up, what can they say? What can they say, Post up? That's the question.
They got the hardware sales, this MPD. They got 7 games in the top 10. Where the answers at? It's quiet as hell.
I ain't gonna lie. All I got to say is a lot of weirdos out this world, man. A lot of motherfucking weirdos out there, man.
Oh, man.
You can hear a motherfucking pistol drop right now. Where the pedal go? Where the pedal go?
I'm just trying to see if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Oh my God.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yo, y'all better go tweet or text Puerto Rico or something. Y'all need some backup right now, nigga. Y'all need some backup.
Oh man, okay, I'm gonna turn my mic down now. But yeah, this is fun. I mean, Post up. There ain't really much they can say. This is what you call eating crow. This is what it's called. You just gotta eat it and swallow it. That's all you can do.
The pedal's dead right now. The dead as I see the pedal. Oh.
Hey, look.
Oh man.
I died when I saw what that shit was, and it won the MPD. I can't even speak.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You got to understand. It's like I've been telling y'all ever since this Switch came out. It's always going to be about those games, and it's always going to be about that exclusive content that is actually good. That's what's going to drive shit. That's what's going to drive shit. So you can sit up here and talk about if this is 4K or if it's checkerboard. That it don't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. What
Spider-Man
matters
is
the quality
coming
game.
out, but you still got Super Smash Brothers and Pokemon coming out, and it won't outsell them.
He's gonna get quiet. He's gonna get ghosted again. He won't show up on podcasts no more.
Yo, the pedal is dead right now.
What's the question?
Is dead right now. This is crazy. It is quiet.
Hold up. What's the question?
What does Nintendo have coming out this year?
Pokemon.
Pokemon and Super Smash Brothers.
The exclusive Monster Hunter comes out next week.
Trash.
The World Ends With You. Yeah, that's what you said about Octopath Traveler.
I got it, so I know
how that turned out, though. But yeah,
right,
Monster Hunter comes out next week.
All right.
The World Ends With You coming out in September. Some other game come out in September. It's a bunch of third-party shit.
AAA games is Smash and what else?
You got Smash, you got Pokemon. I think the Monster Hunter is going to do pretty big.
Do you think Spider-Man will outsell Smash?
No.
Pokemon?
No.
Yeah.
No, man.
It will not outsell Pokemon. I'll tell you that.
Facts.
Pokemon will not be outsold.
No.
80 million install base?
No.
It will
What?
be outsold, bro. Trust me.
Oh my God, you crazy? No.
Like,
man.
maybe Smash Brothers. I'm not sure on that, but Pokemon you won't.
It's not going to outsell either one of those.
That man came in with the Hulkamania leg drop.
I just want post up. I just want people to hear what I'm saying now. All the shit I was talking months ago all came into fruition to this day. And all I can say is I speak the gospel. That's what I do. But everybody wants to say, "Oh, I'm a Nintendo fan." No, I just speak the truth on what's going to happen. Y'all gonna have your little moment with Spider-Man, and then y'all gonna flatline again, and that's gonna be the end of it.
And then you'll come back.
And you're gonna wait all the way to February to talk about something else. That's called dry as fuck. That's what it's called.
Look, I'm already a firm believer that Xbox shit talking days is over. We can't talk shit until next gen. So
that's what I'm telling you. Hashtag wait until next generation.
We can't talk shit until next gen. But hold on. He said, who is that? The room with the 199. He said, great job, post up reflecting Baron off of the Xbox.
Get Swoop tagging me.
That was kids. Yeah, Smooth did that. He moved the goalpost.
Hey, yo, I ain't lying to my man. But, okay, well, I guess I can ask you guys' opinion about this.
Yeah. Where you at, fuck nigga? What's your response to this shit?
Oh,
what's your response to this? We finna get all you niggas on this panel.
I told you next year I got an opt-out clause in my contract, bro.
Oh my god.
You might see me with that Switch 2.0. Whoever
oh
winning the
my
console
god.
boy. That's what side I'm rocking on. Hey, but anyway, as I was saying, Xbox All Access, more or less, it seems more likely than true than not, right? I remember something like this they had last generation with the 360. I think it's with the Cablevision or Comcast. They had a few deals. You get, Time Warner, the cable. For a few extra bucks a month, you can get you an Xbox 360. But they're taking it one step further with their combining Xbox Live, what do you call it? Xbox Game Pass, and an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X. Now, one bundle is for $22 a month, and then we get you an Xbox One X for 2 years, or you can get the bigger package for $35 a month, and you can get the Xbox One X. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
The errands and rent center community will be huge.
But no, here's the thing. Maybe they might just do it through Best Buy. I'm looking how they probably would do it. They may have some kind of DRM.
The errand clientele.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now, it ain't gonna do good if they require credit checks.
The errand clientele will be rejoiced.
This fuck nigga just ruled out majority of the population.
Hey, no,
exactly.
They probably do it like they probably do it like your cell phone. Or you don't pay your bill, they cut your shit off. They probably have some DRM baked into the hardware or something.
Yeah, like I said, Microsoft will finally find a way to get DRM into you.
Yeah. But all jokes aside, though, I think this is big. I'm gonna be honest with you. This doesn't benefit me now, but next generation, say if their new console is $500. And that's when my Xbox Live runs out.
The Obamacare Xbox.
And they may have some more games in the
I don't
Xbox
see how
Game
you could
Pass.
downplay this. I mean, you could give it funny names all you want.
$35 a month.
I don't see how you could. I don't see how you could downplay this though.
Yeah,
this is a good move.
It's a good option for consumers. I won't use it, but I mean, it's a smart move by Microsoft. I'll give them.
Yeah, I will use. Look, what?
Listen, they gotta do.
Why would I rent the console? I will just buy it.
It's not renting. You paying for it. It's just spread it out over 2 years. You're paying,
but why would I bother?
By the time
you can't pay that upfront cost.
Post up. By the time those 2 years up, Microsoft will be releasing another console. So you got to think about it that way.
What is it, like 35 times 24?
Yeah, with all these mid-gen
refreshes,
Microsoft talking about.
Yeah, I'm not paying $840 for this.
Yeah,
but no, here's the thing. If you're looking at it $840 for the console, but you're adding Xbox Live with $60 a year, and you add
or I can get that for like $30 a year and not pay for it because I game share.
Hey, you is a real live Indian Jew, my man.
You gotta make fun of Jews. Indians are the real cheap ones.
You talking about a system, Xbox Live, and Game Pass, all in that one cost.
That's a good value to those consumers. But I'll just keep selling my old Xbox and just buy the other one, and I'll like save costs on Xbox Live by looking for deals and all that.
What about Listen,
these systems are not that damn expensive. Where folks gotta go to get finance plans for $199. I mean,
here's the thing. A Kratos, you wealthier than me, fuck nigga. It's a drop in the bucket for you. Yeah, but I'm just saying, for look like this for the moms and pops in the ghetto, right? $22 a goddamn month.
Yeah,
listen. I get it. I get it. Listen, wait. I get it for a $1,000 iPhone. I get it. It makes sense. Not everybody has $1,000.
People do it for $400 iPhones, though.
We're talking about
tweaking, Kratos. You're making
right now, right?
You're basing your perspective off your income, nigga. Let me tell you something. These you say they cheap,
bro.
These
if you got to finance $189,
$60 games.
You got bigger problems than gaming, guys.
Look, $60 games.
You need to go focus elsewhere. This goddamn game.
Big bank, take a little bank. Kratos, tell them
$60 games. Either $60 a year for Xbox Live. You got $10 a month for from Game Pass. Then you probably got EA Access, which is I'm just saying though.
That's not all that shit.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying in terms of you say it's not expensive, but if you look at all those things that come with gaming, and you're just looking at the services that they just stated, but you got to look at the other things that come buying new games, accessories, and all types of other shit that comes in.
How much is Game Pass a year?
Game Pass, I think they just
put it. If you do by the $10, it'll be $120, but you can find deals for like $2 for 2 months and shit like that.
But I think they just
I'm gonna round that shit down to $60
for like $60 a year.
Yeah, I'm gonna round down to $60. So
yeah, they just put a yearly option for $60.
So post up. Just let me doing math here. $500 for the new Xbox. I'm not even gonna add that I sold my old Xbox. I'm just gonna say $500 plus $80 for 2 years of Xbox Live. You got it. You can find it for like $40. And then I'm adding $60 for Game Pass. Let me add another $60.
$120.
And then I get to $700. And that was me adding the full cost of the console, which I wouldn't do. You should track like another $200, and I would pay only $500. So this deal isn't really good for me.
Yeah,
well, hey,
it's good for the people who just want to like get it immediately, but when you think about it,
you just
it's not really worth it.
Wait, hold on. Let me go to the actual article.
There's actually if you're doing the X, it's a $20 difference. The $20 in favor.
It's $35 a month, right, for an X?
35 times
24.
24.
It's $840, right?
Right.
Now let's look at my situation. How much would I get for my X right now? Probably like $200, $180 if I upgrade to the new console. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take 500.
You're doing these other.
We'll subtract the 180. I'm at 320 already.
How much you get for the X?
Are you doing this for you or the average person that would actually?
Doing this for
I'm just
him.
thinking about the consumer I am right now.
It wouldn't make sense for you or I. It wouldn't make sense for you or I. We are
the average user already gotta.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for people like us, that's why I'm not into it.
But see, I look at this as them testing.
But yeah, for the consumer, it's a good move.
What if this trickle over into next gen with Scarlet or that cloud device? So what if at the beginning of next gen, Microsoft say, hey, either you can buy this system out for a price or here's this subscription plan over this.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge for actually consumers because they think, well, it's cheap to do it that way, so they'll do it.
Think about it I don't know if you guys remember, but Xbox 360 did this exact same thing.
Yeah, but it was at the end of the generation.
Guess what? We are at the end of this generation.
But it was also limited to only Xbox stores,
No, I'm just saying as far as them coming up with this proposal.
Well, here's I look like this, right? Next generation, right? I'm myself, right? A man of very little means, right? True fuck nigga, right? I got about 9 wives, 17 kids, right? And I also got about 7 kids in Africa. I pay 7 cents a week. True story, right? Next generation Microsoft console will be at a minimum about $500. At the start of next generation, my Xbox Live runs out, right? In 2 years, they most likely will have something worth me getting in Game Pass. They're going to be mostly adding new things, different things, you know what I mean? And with these 5 new studios, I'm not going to lie. And it's $35 a month. Instead of me coming out at $500 for the console, $60 for Xbox Live, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like that's you paying full price for everything. You're not that dumb of a consumer.
Hold up. Shout out to Lionel Belgian. I got this lawyer. Read that for me, please. Oh, I got it. Everybody talking about how great all access is, but what about the credit scores looking like? Now,
they're not going to do a credit check. I guarantee it. I'm willing to bet anybody there will be no credit check.
Check it out.
Yeah, they probably won't.
Listen, if they don't do no credit check, folks gonna just get the console and then run with it. They're not gonna.
They ain't gonna be able to just run with it. They can block those systems, boy.
A credit check for a game console? No.
That's how they gonna do it, right? They're gonna have DRM baked in that motherfucker. If you don't pay your bill, they gonna cut your lights out, bro. If your shit a week past due, that bitch ain't going online. That bitch ain't booting on nothing until you until you charge it up. They probably have something like that implemented in it.
Major Nelson gonna come with the white gloves ready to whoop your ass.
And snatch that bitch off from the ball. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it funky though. I should think. When is next generation starting? You think Sony's going 2019?
I think next year.
2020.
At the end of 19.
I think next year too. I think that's what our show's gonna be about all next year. Leaked information.
Yep.
Okay. It is. I think it's more so going to be on Sony's side than Microsoft.
I think Microsoft Cloud Console is coming fall 2019. Honestly.
Well, they might offer that little motherfucker. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they might offer. Yeah,
that shit will be cheap as hell too.
Bad for that too. You never know.
That shit could be like $5 a month.
Yeah, but not for nothing. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck, right? And I gave credit where credit's due. Like, Microsoft got some dog shit games right now, but this, how you say, balls to the wall move right here. They should have did this about 2 years ago. Even if you didn't have, what do you call it, the Game Pass shit up and running yet. Yeah. They should have, because again, they were supposed to do something like this on a bigger scale with your cable provider. Might take the whole Xbox TV iteration at the start of the generation. I remember I did a couple of damage control videos about this shit. They should have inked deals with Comcast, Time Warner, whoever you got all across the goddamn country. You know what I mean? For an extra $3 a month added onto your cable bill, you get an Xbox One goddamn console. If they were
the Xbox was supposed to replace your cable box. That's what it was supposed to happen.
It could theoretically, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying. But even if they didn't want to do that, and get into a bidding war because Samsung makes a lot of goddamn cable boxes here in America. But you still do the deal with the goddamn company itself, and for an extra $3-4 a month or whatever the fuck, cut Comcast a deal. Say they make $20 of every console sold or whatever the fuck the case may be. It's a fucking win-win. You know what I mean? That's what they should have, done. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I get credit where credit's due, and I'm gonna be. This may, I ain't gonna lie, $22 a month for somebody they don't have a console, a kid for their birthday, for Christmas.
Yeah.
But this is, you know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. This is all right. Now for me, like I said, I can
a month. We're talking about a month, not a week. That's $22 a month. Mm-hmm. That's very affordable for people who don't have that upfront cost. Especially during holiday times, man.
I think about it. Imagine bringing home a Project Scorpio 2 for $40, dog. I'm like,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I said imagine bringing home a Project Scorpio 2 for
$40 a month.
I think they leave it about $35.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and look, you get Xbox Live, you get Xbox Live and Game Pass, so you get access to a whole breadth of titles. They're buying studios to develop games specifically for Game Pass. It seems like third party are starting to jump in too because we're getting access to third party games that's being put in there, which people said would never happen. And then on top of that, you get access to all their first party exclusives that is going to drop day and date on Game Pass. Like
here we come with that. This is the future. Everybody finna start doing this.
Ain't nobody saying it's the future. I'm just saying you're saving a lot over time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. By you getting access to Game Pass, you don't have to pay for. Not another first party title. You just have to wait for it.
Dirk Crickety was $5 saying y'all being selfish. Everyone can't look for deals online. Errands exist for a reason. Everyone, Xbox All Access not for us. Stop being inconsiderate.
Ain't none of you niggas have a response to Baron, but y'all want to sit up here and rebuttal everything I say. Fuck out of here. Let me read the motherfucking. Who was this?
But I'm just all jokes aside, I'm just saying 2 years from now. And again, the games they got Microsoft having Xbox was a Game Pass ain't for me. It's dog shit. I don't care for it.
Shout out to Dirk Griggity with the $5 holler.
Dirk Griggity, what's up, man? He said
y'all being selfish. Everyone can't look for deals online. Errands exist for a reason, y'all. Xbox All Access is not for us. Stop being inconsiderate. Facts.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and I'm just being, I don't know what my financial situation may be in 2 years. Man, I'm fucked up.
Exactly.
Bro.
Look, nobody said that this is
no. I was just saying for
nobody
me
saying that. We're just saying it. Yeah. I just don't like to finance stuff that's cost $200 for 2 years of my life. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, hey, listen, nigga, I know you got about 15 miles of bodies, nigga. I know, nigga, you fuck, nigga. I'm just saying, but check it out, right?
This nigga hopping in Ferrari. You don't need to finance shit, nigga.
Man, you talking about
$200. Are we doing this 2 years? You signing 2 years of your life over to the credit man for $200.
I do it with my cell phone.
Hey, post up.
Yeah, but your cell phone is $1,000, $1,200. That's different.
Oh, that's
no,
man. Phones is like
I'm talking about
your phone ain't $1,000. It's only get up there
$1,000.
That's only one phone.
It's only $1,000 if you buy it unlocked. If you buy it unlocked, you're gonna pay the full price. But if you go through a carrier or something like that, you'll probably get it at a discount price because you pretty much be locked to that.
No, they don't do that.
Yeah, but come on, but we've been paying price monthly for our phones for more than just the iPhone X. So this is like, and those weren't $1,000. So we're like,
no, but that's for the service, right? You got to have that for the service. I'm just looking at this system. If it's $200, I just don't think it's worth it for $200.
Well, Game Pass is the service. Xbox Live is the service.
Well,
why don't they say if you sign up for 2 years of Xbox Live and Game Pass, we'll give you a console for free?
We don't know the terms and conditions behind it.
Yeah, but this is all still rumor as of right now.
This is all still rumor. They haven't. The only thing he put out is what Microsoft is going with. As far as the terms and conditions, it hasn't been released, so we don't know how this might play out. You know,
if I was Microsoft, this is how I sell it, right? I pretty much to maximize how many people are going to get an Xbox from here on out. Now I want to get rid of some more units. You can have a free Xbox One S, but with the conditions of that, you got to have Xbox Live and you got to have Game Pass. That's $10 a month, and that's $60 a year. And let that be that and ride on out. They can just
post up. Go ahead and pay the bill.
Yeah. Mike Anderson with the $5 holler. We eating today, people. We are definitely eating. $840 locked in with no freedom to stop if I don't like the service, or $457 holiday sale and an additional $15 with options. Stop if I don't like the service. You don't know that because you don't know the terms and conditions of the service. Y'all reaching.
We're kind of assuming at this point.
I just know there's gonna be a lot of folks with Xboxes that they ain't paid the first month on it. That's
you would try to find the most pessimistic when it comes to Microsoft, but you still ain't answered Baron. Fuck nigga.
Well, listen, look at this, right?
Hey, Baron don't need answering, man.
I know it speaks for itself, man. I'm on the throne. That's all it is. I'm on the throne, baby.
Two generations later and 360p.
I'm on the throne, baby. I'm on the throne of quality gaming.
What you got to say about this? What if how you say? What if Game Pass gets very appealing and Microsoft has just say part
and that's their idea.
Yeah, they have deals.
I think it's gonna get very appealing.
I'll give you an example. Like there's a rumor that Injustice might come over. Let's say we start getting some other titles like that, right?
Yeah.
Or Assassin's Creed, right? But just for shits and giggles, right? And again, like I said, my Xbox Live runs out in 2020, right? And they actually are starting to get. You say they and release other big games. You know what I mean? Whatever may come out in 2020, Cyberpunk 19, day and date, and those games start to release also on Game Pass, right? And you're gonna what's Game Pass $10 a month. Xbox Live is at least about I don't know how much is monthly. Still do monthly whatever now, $60 for the year.
Yeah.
$10 a
month. So
it's $10 a month and $60
for the year. I'm gonna say $100 for Game Pass for a year with great software. That's $160 alone, right? That's $160 alone. $160. What's that? $320.
That's $320.
Okay.
Not only that, though, Z, to add what you're saying though, if you got Game Pass, you do get discount on first party and third party games. Yeah. So if you got Game Pass, you get discount on certain games. Like
any game that's in there, any game
in there, you automatically get a discount on the for having Game 20%. Pass. Yeah, so that's a plus two on top of what you're saying. Go ahead, finish it.
Download it is yours to keep forever, right? As long as you pay the service, right?
Well, because games will leave the service eventually.
No, once you download them, they're always yours to keep, though.
Yeah, once you download them, they on the hard drive until you.
Yeah, but then if they took it out of the service,
if your service
pay for it.
Not yours,
right?
They don't work. If you don't have the Game Pass service, they don't work no more.
Yeah, I know. I said, as long as you have the Game Pass service, and once you download them, they're yours. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I understand that they take games. Oh, it's like Xbox Gold. You know, you don't download it that much, you miss out. I understand it. So I'm just saying, right now, I already have an X. This generation is over. I'm just saying for next generation, say if the PS5 and the Xbox are going to come out again November 13th for Sony and November 20th for the Xbox. You know what I mean? Shit, I might be tempted, man. $30 a month.
Hey. Well, I mean, ultimately, Game Pass, it needs a lot of people in it, so this is a great idea for them. It's a great idea to up your clientele for Game Pass, because if you want to put bigger games in there, you're going to need a lot more people to consume it.
The problem with Game Pass, we'll keep it all the way above. The problem with Game Pass right now is that
it doesn't appeal to you.
Exclusives are extremely lackluster. Whether it's State of Decay, whether it's Sea of Thieves, dog shit. That's not going to change. I understand they got 5 new studios, so most likely Game Pass will be a lot more appealing next generation, right? But they have to do the deals now, like, you know what I mean, to get other games, you know, other big multi-plat games, you know.
But they did, Phil did state that with the third-party games that that they got in there, that the publishers do get paid, like they do make a deal with the publisher for them to get money from that. And so he stated that on, I forgot which interview I was watching recently, but he stated that. So he said third party publishers, they benefit from that too, so they getting money from that too as well. So I think the state that Game Pass is in right now, it's cool, but I think so it's fun to downplay Game Pass within the state, but I do think that they're gonna make a big push for Game Pass, and I do think next generation Game Pass is going to look a lot different than what it is right now.
Look, Game Pass is a good idea. It's a great thing. Here's the thing: the first party games that's in there are not good enough, and the third party games in there are too old. So I think once they start bringing the newer games, the newer third party games on there, I think that's when it's going to pick up a lot of steam.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if
that's why I said next gen.
If Madden came out right now, right, and it's on Game Pass, it's going to be a big hit. But if I got to wait, you know, damn near when Madden 2020 is coming out, I don't know already. I mean, we play Madden.
I don't think you're going to see any of the Maddens in Game Pass.
Yeah, they got EA access, but pay the bill. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He says, Mike Anderson said, I'm saying, what's going to stop them from feeding you dog shit after the first year? Microsoft is saying, fuck you, pay me, we got a contract. Now here's the thing. Now I'm gonna
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, Mike. Their incentive is to grow this because they're backing this like Xbox Live, and they got the 5 studios, so they're getting content to put in there. You know, I don't think they're gonna spend billions of dollars into a service to get ahead and tank it. Of course, the key to having a successful service is to have shit, you know, to put in there. You know what I mean? So I think that. But here's the thing: fuck outside the services, you got a console. Now you can go out and get your Anthem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other goddamn whatever. The same with Microsoft exclusive still suck dick. You can still go out there and get you whatever the hell's coming out. You know what I mean? You know, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, but I'm just saying, let's look at Game Pass. Okay, we could also we could revisit this conversation in 2 years if they're still going to be doing this at the start of. If it's successful, I don't see why not at the start of next year.
But then also Tuesday, the service got to be there long enough for third parties to observe and see the benefits for them. And if they see Game Pass as a hit and doing good, you best believe that you're going to start seeing more third party games hit Game Pass, or even launch titles from Game Pass.
Okay, here's a
especially
question.
with the bid to small developers.
Okay, here's a question then. Do you see Sony? Because again, we can all agree that PS Now wasn't a hit, whether it's from the how you say. The quality streaming wasn't that hit on, you know what I mean? And the pricing. I know the pricing was horrible at first, you know what I mean? Do you see Sony following suit and releasing their exclusives day and date in their own PlayStation Now service if this thing really takes off?
I can see Sony doing their version of it, and then if they do, the Sony fans going to say, "Now this is how you supposed to do it because Sony has the exclusive to do it. They did it the right way."
Listen, I can't see Sony doing it because guess what? They don't have to. That's the thing about it, right? Right now, everything Microsoft is doing is because the original plan back in 2013 did not work. So they had to go back, recoup, figure out how they're gonna try to switch things up to recoup all of this money. And so these are just the results of that. This is not something that they had in a plan back in 2013.
Y'all living in La La Land right now.
I disagree. This is not. You went back to 2013. That was Donnie D plan. This is what they're doing now. That was Donnie D plan. That was Donnie D shit. You're making this claim that what Microsoft doing is out of desperation. Nah, this is not out of desperation. This is just field vision. Like in that interview, he made an example. He say if you look at HBO and Showtime, you're able to access those, and this come with the Play Anywhere. That means he was talking about with the games and the exclusives being on PC and phones at one point. He kind of made an example of HBO, which is a great platform, got great content, but you can access it, you know what I'm saying, anywhere. On any platform. Now, not to say that we're looking at PS4 or Switch or anything like that, but this is his vision. Back in 2013, got us in this position, but Phil taking this in a whole different direction because I don't even think Donnie D would, in his stance, they was on some exclusive shit. At Donnie D era, they weren't trying to put games on PCs or none of that back then. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is just two different visions.
Hey, check it out. Before we switch topics. But how would you said Mike Anderson says he's understood, but how would third party benefit? Because hey, believe it or not, check it out, and I don't see how. Games that have went into Game Pass have went on to sold more copies. They release some statistics, whatever the case. Also, Microsoft also gives them a cut of the money. You know what I mean? They you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. But here's the thing. I want to say before we switch topics, I want to talk about those PS5 rumors. Hey, Craig, look at it like this, right? You said Sony doesn't have the initiative, right? But you look at PS Now, right? I'm sorry, the PlayStation Plus, right? It's making more money from Sony than it because it's a service, right? Something that you have to continue to pay into, right? Mm-hmm. You take a successful exclusive, right? Check it out. You take an successful. What's God of War right now? What, 8 million? Let's say it taps out at 10 million, right? Let's say 10 million. 10 million times 60 is what? 600 million or something like that, right? Give or take, about 600 million, right? Or so boom. Now, but imagine if you can get again PlayStation Now, and you can put your great first party. This one thing is going to be more successful than fucking Game Pass. You God of Wars and all that shit. So the Spider-Man's in there day and date, right? Check this shit out, right? You got 80 million fucking
facts.
You got the bigger online movie. You got more paid subscribers on your network, right? You know how many? I would fucking sign up for fucking PlayStation Now if I can download. I ain't talking about that streaming shit. And I can download and have access to all of Sony's exclusive day and date. I'm not talking about that PS3 and PS2 shit. You know what I mean? And they talking about $10 a month or some shit like that, and don't get crazy with it, bruh. That's fucking. They will make way more money doing that than actually selling physical goddamn copies in the game. Because again, not everybody has 60 some odd goddamn dollars go out in day one. Like I was just talking to Alex, shout out to my man. I don't know if he's still in here. Alex said, I don't know, I'm gonna get Spider-Man day one. NBA 2K come out, right? Now, dope as Spider-Man is, you know what I mean? Spider-Man's not gonna sell fucking 2K18 or 19 or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, bro, that's, you know what I mean? That's.
It also encourages you to try different games that you may have not even wanted to buy anyway. Since you get it for free, you might try it and you might become a fan of that franchise. So that's a win-win.
They just said 20% of people are, when they get Game Pass, I think they said 20% people are buying more games and 40% are playing more games, some shit like that. Yeah. So they playing more games that they probably didn't have access to or the funds to get. That's where Game Pass come in. Everybody don't have the money to buy every game that comes out, but Game Pass give you an opportunity to play a game, and if you play it and like it, you have the option to buy that game with a 20% discount.
Yeah, because you get attached to those games. so you don't want to.
You get attacked. So if Sony, with the exclusive library they have, do something like this, you best believe Sony fans are going to run in droves.
And not just that,
because I'll be signing up too.
Yeah.
They will come in, and it will make them more money over the long term than the way they're doing things now. And you best believe Sony will have something like this coming.
Yeah, but both of you have to think about this. The third party would fucking go crazy because that's an 80 million install base. Xbox is maybe 40 million, but if you're talking about 80 million, those third party people are going to get in there. Yeah. And look, I know we like to make fun of Game Pass. It's an Xbox things, and there's kind of bad games in there because they're so old or so. But you have to realize EA is going full in with this type of service. Like, these companies know this is the future. Yeah. These companies know that's the damn future.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Them numbers told EA to go full all in.
I think y'all missing a point though, man.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You gotta understand, man. When it comes to this Game Pass thing, that don't mean everybody's gonna hop on Microsoft service. They might follow EA's lead and make their own service.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
So clearly, the model is a good idea.
So that's where y'all got these hopes and dreams about Game Pass being so great in the future. Y'all might want to hold off on that because it might not just be Game Pass.
That's why I said,
like you said, that's a you problem. That's a Microsoft problem.
Yeah, that's why I said it depends on where Game Pass is.
Well,
that's where Microsoft has to hold that shit up.
But wait, let me ask you a question. Wasn't Nintendo about to do some shit like that where they give you 2 free games a month? What is they? Are you got to pay for Nintendo's online yet, or is it still free?
No, you have to pay for it.
No, it's still free. It's it's launching at the end of September.
And what are you paying for?
You paying for games that require the service for online games. Not all games require the online service.
Yeah, like
it's
Fortnite
up to the
will be
publisher.
Still free.
It's up to the publisher. They said that, so the publisher decides whether it's behind the paywall or not. Mm-hmm. They already said the Pokemon game is not going to be required to have the service. So even Nintendo has opted not to put a game behind the paywalls, up to the publisher. Mm-hmm. You also get the new virtual console, which is basically called, Nintendo Classics, starting with the NES games. All of them are redone with all 9 enabled modes. So that's a little fun thing for people who wants to do retro games. Are you
able to keep them, or they take them back from you?
That has not been really detailed yet. From what is worded now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say A or B, but from the way it's worded, I guess you keep them. Or it might be a situation where you keep them as long as you have the service. But
wait, what type of games are they?
They NES games, but they redid them with online play. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, those NES games are classics.
It's starting with the NES, but it'll eventually go to the Super NES and so on.
Yeah,
and so
Nintendo has a lot of classic shit in there.
So that's worth. That's worth the price of admission alone for their service. I mean, the retro classics with online enabled on it, so it's like, it's only $20. So it's like, why not? That's the whole year too. The $20 is the damn year.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Fuck it. You won't miss $20.
I'm gonna give Nintendo $11 in 15 goddamn years. That dog shit they be putting out.
I don't know what you talking about, man. I'm talking to y'all right now, playing online on my Switch, man. Y'all in denial.
He said
bro.
He talks to himself when there is no one to talk to. People ask me why he do what he do.
I mean, I talk to people when I play Fortnite and other games, so I mean, I'm good.
What other games besides Fortnite?
Oh god damn it! What the fuck? Oh my god! I got to mute myself because I'm about to curse.
I'll come back to you.
All right, what other topic we got?
Okay, well, again, me and Post went on this earlier. I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts about the PlayStation 5 rumors.
We're still talking about this.
Oh yeah, that shit's beefy.
Look at this hater in the background.
I'm not hating. I'm just like,
shut up and mute yourself like you said you was gonna do.
Focus on something else besides something that's not going to be in fruition for a year and a half from now.
There's rumors that Nintendo's coming out with a new goddamn 4K Switch. What's your thoughts?
Oh no, that was a lie somebody made up. That ain't happening.
Hey, it ain't like that was a
straight lie.
Man, would you agree they're going to make a Switch Pro or 2.0 variant?
They have to.
No, I think y'all don't understand.
Third party game.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't get it.
I mean, it's
will they make a hardware revision? Probably. I mean,
that's
do they need to? No, they don't need to. I mean, they probably will. But no, they don't need to.
Because I mean, it's a handheld, and they're known for doing that.
At this point in time, they just got the Switch production up the par. Like, why do that? It's like let's not do that again.
Because they want games
the next gen's launching.
First of all, J-Dub, you need to stop the bullshit because here you go with this bullshit again. Like, you need to quit.
How is this bullshit?
You need to quit. You need to quit. You got third-party games being announced. You got third-party games being announced every damn week.
Listen to me.
We don't want to hear that.
Like, heard you. You listen to me now. All right. Don't I buy every goddamn Switch game come out? Yes.
What that got to do with the bullshit you're about to spit out your mouth?
How these dog shit third-party games be running?
What dog shit? What dog shit?
Damn that.
What dog shit?
Doom. WWE.
Doom is not dog shit. Doom is dog shit to who? To who?
To everybody. Come on now.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
This is what you fail to realize. I keep telling y'all over and over and over. This dumbass frame rate and resolution war that you are trying to fucking put on doesn't mean shit to the gamer. The NPD results tell you this shit every fucking month, and you still regurgitating the same bullshit.
You're bypassing.
Like, get over it already.
Barrett is bypassing.
I mean, get over it, dog.
Hold on. Let's just talk about the example you gave. You talked about Doom, right, Kratos?
Yeah.
Okay, why would I pay more for Doom and play it at a shittier version compared to everyone fucking else?
Now, as far as the prices of some of these older games, you can have a gripe about that. But don't sit up here talking about, it runs like.
But Baron, why would I pay?
A momentary frame drop is not running like dog shit. This is what you fail to realize. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Is it not 30 frames?
Nobody gives a fuck about that.
It's not 30 frames.
When I buy my third-party games on the Switch, it's so when I travel, I can play these games. But when I buy them, I spend fucking $60 of full price for these games, and these games are running sub 30 frames per second. And then the resolution.
First of all, we need to get it straight.
Like 540p.
We need to get it straight. First of all, a momentary drop is not what a game runs at. So can we stop with that bullshit, please?
Right.
Do I have?
Can we stop at that?
Video footage.
You can post a video. You can post
the games I got, dude.
I done watched everything you got, brother. I done watched everything you got. I have half the games you got. You can't tell me this.
Real quick, Baron wins. Perfect.
Oh my! I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like you got games that are being announced. People are bringing their shit over. And their games are starting to run. And their games are starting to run better because they have more time with the hardware, which makes common fucking sense.
Play that
so I don't understand why you keep putting out this bullshit excuse. Like, get over it already.
Somebody pay the bills right quick. Hold up, while I get to the video.
Jamal King with the $199.
God damn!
How many adults are actually buying games on Switch?
How many
adults are buying games on Switch?
Apparently a lot.
Put the link up there again. Leave the link again.
I don't know about that question.
I
don't know about that question. Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I
don't know.
That's like asking how many kids play games. Like, what kind of question is that?
Children, if there are man babies out there and Trump supporters, I don't see the knowledge of this.
I guess the same adults that you see on YouTube playing Pokemon Go. Running and getting hit by cars and shit.
I mean, I'm just
look, people's house.
All I'm saying is that let's just start cutting the bullshit. I mean, it's the Switch is the Switch is over a year old. Let's just start cutting the bullshit.
Okay.
There are children that play on every system. There are adults that play on every system. I can log in Call of Duty right now and be sure I'm being called by the N-word by some little white kid. It's not going to change. I mean, they're all over the place. You cannot sit up here and try to label one system is this more mature. No. Kids play whatever the hell they want to play wherever it's at. Adults play whatever the hell they want to play where it's at. Okay. It's just the bottom line. You can't change that.
2 questions.
Get over that.
All right, 2 questions.
Perfect.
Would you admit that Nintendo caters more to children?
No, they cater to the whole.
Let me finish.
They cater to a wider demographic than what Sony and Microsoft are trying. Well, Sony.
It's 2 parts. Do they cater more to children, what their art style, and grown men that are autistic? Okay.
No, they don't, Zaire. No, they don't. You know who they cater to?
Play that video for me.
You know who they cater to, Zaire? They cater to the gamers who actually care about games. That's who they cater to.
Okay.
You can't have a longest running franchise for 30+ years off of kids, because guess what? Those kids ain't kids no more. So at the end of the day, that says something. Longevity is a very hard thing to have in this business, and Nintendo is the only company that can say they have it.
Okay. Second question.
Period.
What's your favorite game, Baron?
One day you're here, the next day you're gone.
It has to be Legend of Zelda. That's my top.
John Madden's your favorite game that you play every day, right?
Well, I mean, it's one of my favorites. I love Madden.
To have that on your Switch, but your Switch is too anemic to run it.
It ain't got nothing to do with the Switch. See, we still on this bullshit again. It has nothing to do with the Switch.
So
it has all to do with EA.
Okay, so the Switch was able to handle a full FIFA 18. They had to use a modified PS3 engine version.
We going back on this again?
No, I'm just saying,
Baron. He don't want to. Baron don't want to hear what other people are saying. He just wants to hear.
It doesn't matter what you say. I'm going with what the developer says.
It matters what
the developer say, not what you say. What you say means nothing.
Yes, it does. Because guess what?
What you say means nothing. What the developer tells me says everything.
Baron, you
period.
Like
there's nothing else to talk about.
You sound like a clown.
You sound like a clown.
You sound like that.
You sound like a straight buffoon right now. That's what you sound like. You sound like a straight buffoon. You got people sitting up here. You got people sitting up here saying, no, what sounds dumb is that you're trying to say these games can't run on Switch when they obviously can. They have told you multiple times. They have told you multiple times that anything can run on the Switch. Period.
Where is the Madden?
EA ain't putting nothing on their system. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, man.
EA ain't put shit on Nintendo since when?
Since FIFA.
No, since the last big thing they put on Nintendo was fucking Mass Effect 3. That was it.
Put FIFA on there.
So get your ass out of here with the bullshit. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Got yanked from that shit.
Get the hell out of here.
Hold on.
So I don't even want to hear that bullshit, man.
Hold on.
You still on this bullshit.
They need a fucking upgrade.
Get out of here, bro. It don't need an upgrade.
You do.
It don't need an upgrade because the system can run any fucking game that's coming out. If it runs on your PS4 and runs on Xbox One, it runs it. Period. The bottom line.
These goddamn games running at sub-resolution.
Oh my God, bro. You still on that. You are still on that bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck about you and your resolution whoring. Nobody cares about it.
Come on now.
This is what you need to understand.
Games, at least
nobody cares about the bullshit you're saying.
Third-party games.
Period. If they cared about what you were saying, J-Dub, if they cared about J-Dub, if they cared about what you were saying, let me ask you a question, J-Dub. 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 You keep fucking going on with the bullshit because you don't want to hear what I got to say. But you need to listen to what the hell I got to say because it will make you be quiet. What do you mean? Who they canceling? Who's canceling anything? Who gives a damn about that trash game? Nobody.
There you go.
Nobody cares about that game. Nobody cares about that damn game. Period. Hold on, you can sit that shit down.
Hold on.
No.
I do want to say this. In the spirit of
post up. Post up. Let me
say this.
Let me put this out there for him.
Before y'all finish.
No, let me put this out here for him real quick because I'm tired of this bullshit. Let me have the floor. No, let me have the floor. Let me have the floor. No, you full of shit. You are full of shit, and you are so mad right now because you know you are full of shit. So that's what it is right now. You are full of bullshit. You are full of bullshit. That's exactly what you in right now. That's exactly what you in right now. Because you can sit up here and repeat the same thing over and over and over, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be true. It's still not going to hold true. No matter what the hell you argue about, it's not. Period. So what the hell are you talking talking about? So what is he talking about? Like, come on, bro. Get the hell out of here with that.
Third-party games.
Like, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn what you? Nobody cares about what you're saying.
I do want to say this.
Nobody cares.
So I do want to say this.
Nobody gives a damn.
I do want to say this.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
Barrel Mike is loud. JW, turn yours because you sound real small right now, bro. He kind of outshout you everything. But in spirit of what Z playing right now, I'm like, because Barrel, you just died. JW died a long time ago. But
poster. Let me
get the Street Fighter sound effect on you.
Let's pay the bill real quick.
I'm just.
He said, "Hey Baron, you fuck nigga. Ask him why they canceled WWE 2K.
They canceled WWE 2K18 because they didn't want to take the time to put it together. But at the same token, why is NBA 2K19 running the same exact fucking engine as the rest of the systems and it's coming out this year on the Nintendo Switch? That's what I want to know.
Hey, it
ain't got nothing to do with the Switch. It has to do with the publisher. It has to do with people wanting to put their time and effort into it.
Hey, Baron, you saying 2K is running the same engine as the Xbox and the PlayStation PC?
Yeah, it's been running the same engine since last year. It's running the same exact one.
Baron, I need
but for some reason, the developer of WWE 2K18, they just failed at doing it. That's their fault. Baron, that's their loss. That's their money.
The Switch is running the 360 and PS3 version. Slightly modified.
No, it's not. What the hell are you talking about? No, it's not.
I'm telling
you talking about FIFA. You're not talking about NBA 2K18.
There's no way in hell.
No, you talking about you got your information wrong. You need to look that up again. That information is dead wrong. Now back to what I was saying. Just like when Bethesda just announced Diablo 3 is coming to the Switch. Diablo 3 coming to the Switch runs 60 frames per second. They took their time to learn the hardware. They took the time to learn their hardware and it got the game come out. It's packed with everything.
Game.
So I mean, yeah, it's a top-down game, but it's still the fact of the matter is what it is. Y'all act like and we could keep going on and on. The games keep getting announced and they keep improving the performance, but at the end of the day, people really don't give a damn about your momentary frame rate drops. They don't care about that. It's been shown. It's been proven. Nobody gives a fuck about that, but you people on the internet.
I don't care about the frame rate drops, maybe. Like, right? I don't care too much about that.
Nobody cares about a momentary drop.
Okay, fine, but I do care if my version is 30 frames less than literally everywhere else. That's why I'm like, the shit is worth it.
You can have a gripe about that. I'm not. You can have a gripe about that.
Like, dude, it's 30 frames per second on the Switch, but 60 everywhere else.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That's true. But guess what? Yeah. This is what I keep telling you. People, I'm okay with that. I'm not the whore. Like everything has to be 60 frames per second. Hell, Breath of the Wild is not 60 frames per second. Spider-Man is not 60 frames per second. Yeah, everything does not have to be 60 frames per second.
Everywhere else, then that's a problem.
But you know what I mean? It's like
built. Some games, it depends. Some games are built need 60 frames per second. Some games run better than 30 frames per second. The developers make that choice.
Hold on.
Prior to they even start creating the game, is this going to be a 60 frame per second game?
Okay, but hold on.
Every game doesn't need to run that 60 frames per second.
But you guys are twisting what I originally said. When you have a
game, I'm getting what you're saying. Like the other versions have 60, the other versions have and Switch have 30. I have no problem with that. As long as you're giving me the complete full game and it looks exactly like the other ones. I don't care.
That's debatable.
And here's the thing. I can understand that sometimes you're not going to be able to get your games at 60 because Switch has less RAM than the PS4 and the Xbox One has. That's an easy trade-off. I'm not worried about that. That doesn't hinder the game for me. Okay. This is why people went out and bought NBA 2K18 on Switch and they're bringing it back again. Like people got you. I don't understand why I don't understand that.
My question though. So you're dead set against Nintendo releasing a more powerful version of the Switch? They can get.
I'm not dead set against it. No, I'm telling you that it will happen when it needs to happen.
Are you dead?
No, I'm saying.
No,
I'm not against it. I'm saying it only is going to happen when it needs to happen.
I'm fine.
That's it. It doesn't need to happen right now. It's no point.
Okay, man, fine. Maybe you would concede this, right? You're telling Donald Trump out here right now, right? You're arguing against the facts. Wouldn't you like to? I'm like this. Let me reword that. It's an issue when developers have to go out of their way, right, to either make a special engine. If you take yourself that the Switch has less RAM than the Xbox and the PS3, And
no, in most cases, you don't have to make a special edition. You just have to optimize.
In the cases that you do, you know what I mean? There's no way in hell that the Switch can.
There is no. I mean, there's like what, like 2 or 3 cases that has had to happen.
But games like Battlefield 5, there's no way in hell that Switch can.
When you bring up EA games, we will never know until EA gets on their shit. Like we will never know.
I'm saying,
we will never know.
Resident Evil 7.
But if you telling me that Madden can't run on Switch, but NBA 2K19 can, you're a fucking fool. Like you're crazy. Doom Eternal just got announced, coming out release date and date with the other version on Switch.
Okay, hear me out.
You telling me Doom Eternal can run on Switch, but Madden can't? Like, come on, people. Let's stop the bullshit already. So please,
what I'm saying
let's stop
this,
it.
Right? Okay, whatever those few cases are, where developers don't have to go out of the way or try to shoehorn or cut the frame rate in half, right? And you can have your same experience. You can get the same exact game, not watered down, not half the frame rate, the same graphics, and have that on the grow. You're against that?
I'm not against that because games are already delivering that. I don't understand what part y'all don't get. 30 frames versus 60 frames. People do not see that as a downgrade of a game. The game is still intact. The game logic is still there. The modes are still there. Okay. The fucking art style and the graphics is still there. There's really no fucking difference.
What about Resident Evil 7?
What about Resident Evil 7? That's a Capcom thing.
Oh.
I already commented on that. I already commented on that. I don't even know what else you want me to say about the Capcom
resolution
situation.
and frames don't matter when it comes to the Switch. Basically, I summed up what Baron said. Let's move on.
All right. Let me pay the bills right quick. My man McNeil, Chris J, got his full government in there. Tell him he pays his taxes on time. He said Baron just talks over everyone. He takes the L, and he's a true fuck nigga.
I expected to hear that.
And Jamal King, thank you for $2. Yes, I'm really rocking out here in these gaming streets. But anyway, I wanted to ask, like I said, I could ask Baron's there said against this. Kratos, PlayStation 5, rumors, are you for them? Are you excited? Talk to me. Your thoughts.
Oh, I think it's going to happen only because that's Sony's 25th anniversary, and I think they're going to want to make a big splash about that. Yeah, at the end of next year. I think it's going to launch at the end of next year. And so I think with that, they're gonna do something, and we will see, you know, some cross-gen games and stuff like that. But you know, I'm really hoping to see. I'm hoping to see some PS5 only games. I don't want to see where the developers will have to make 2 copies of the game or spend a lot of time focusing on the old stuff. Let the third-party people do that maybe, but I'm ready to see the next generation graphics and stuff, and I'm just ready. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring the specs up right there. Here we go.
You know what? And the specs, based on the specs, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah,
they're looking pretty good. And when you think about what Sony's been able to do with the OG PS4 with some of the games that they have, imagine what they can do with these kind of specs.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, I have here in front of me rumored. All this is rumored, all right, but it is coming semi-accurate, but been dead on about a lot of things in the past. The original specs of the Switch, the Xbox One,
God damn it,
and they've been
the PS4 too.
Very accurate in the past. Well, But they said that they're working hand in hand with AMD to navigate base architecture CPU, right?
Yeah.
Custom Ryzen CPU. So the dev kits are out in a while. One thing I think a little empty, talking about 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, a new stock controller.
Yeah.
But 16 gigabytes of GDDR6.
That's you got to think about it. Z, that's not a lot. The Xbox X right now has 12 gigabytes.
It's not about it being a lot. That's expensive.
No, I know it's expensive.
That's expensive.
The only thing that's wrong with this list right here that I'm seeing is the $400. I do think that the PS5 will be.
That's what I was saying.
Listen, if we pay $500, at the beginning of the gen for the Xbox and then for the Xbox X, I don't think people would have a problem spending $500 for a PS5 or a Scarlet. I think $500 is the new benchmark.
Oh no! I got a console writing on that one.
Look, I'm not negating that $500. I mean, I respect it. I don't think it's gonna be less than, but they're saying $400. But I'm just saying 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 a new RAM. I don't know what some of the dual stuff.
That is, but you got to realize, HBM2 memory is even more expensive than GDR6.
Yeah.
When you look at it and put it in context, who knows? Maybe they go back to the model where they do take a loss up front on the cost.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
Look how much money. Think about this, guys. You know how much money they're probably going to save by including the VR, the box that we have now for VR inside of the console, where it's powerful enough where you don't need that box anymore. So that's saving costs on the VR unit. They're probably saving costs elsewhere to include these specs. One thing I do know though is they've probably learned their lesson. I think Microsoft kind of helped them see that way. Go ahead, put the money into the system. You don't want it to be a 2 years down the line and folks are crying about power. You want to put that to bed and just let focus strictly on the games. Just focus on the games. That's what your focus should be. It should not be about, okay, my CPU is not powerful enough or my GPU is not powerful enough. I think Microsoft and Sony learned that this generation.
Okay, but they're saying at least 10 T-flops. They said 4 more 10 flops higher than their nearest competitor. The 6, the what do you call it? The X has 6 T-flops. So I say at a minimum, this is a next generation console. 10 T-flops. That's a lot of goddamn mustard on a hot dog.
It is. And what makes it even more impressive, Z, is the mere fact, I keep going back to what Sony has been able to do with the OG PS4, 1.8 T-flops. What they've been able to do with that, I mean, multiply that times 8 and see what they can do with that. I mean, man, they cooking with some grease here. If this turns out to be good, and this comes out,
bullshit.
I can imagine the type of games they're gonna be able to,
Actually, I was talking about the game I was playing right now. I was actually talking. I didn't know I wasn't muted. I thought I was muted. I'm actually talking about the game I'm playing.
Nigga.
I'm about to say, man, the true fuck nigga.
Hey, Smooth still here or Smooth gone?
No, I was actually talking about the game.
Hey, Smooth, you want to comment on these rumored PS5 specs? You think it's a go? You think it's bullshit? Give me your thoughts.
I mean, I'm not really
Smooth still here. God damn.
Honestly, I haven't seen the PS5 specs. Like anytime I hear something about a PlayStation 5, I'm not listening to it.
What? Damn. Damn.
I mean, there's no point in listening to it.
He ready for that Scarlet though.
It's not happening anytime soon. No point.
Next year.
Yeah, it's not happening.
PS5 coming next year?
It's not happening
next year. 2020.
I need to get over.
Hold on, that's
it's
what
not
we're going to
happening
pot on.
next
Do
year,
you guys
man.
want to take bets on that? PS5 next year or not?
It's not happening next year.
It's going to be here next
year. If not next year, post up next gen. You're thinking next year, right?
I'll play this. I'm thinking that I won't be surprised if it's next year. You got to realize this generation started in 2013.
So
it's already 2018.
So at PlayStation E3, were those PlayStation 5 games or PS4 games?
Those are PS4. Those are coming out next year.
Cross-gen. Cross-gen titles.
But look at shit. Look at motherfucking what
The Last of Us came out
a few months before the PS4.
Yeah. Gran Turismo 6 came out right before PS4.
Yeah,
so you got to realize Sony don't care.
Yeah, the PS5 will probably be compatible, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so exactly.
There's no reason it shouldn't be, right? Because the architecture is the same. Yeah, there was no reason. I'll tell you what, if they come and it's not backwards compatible, that's gonna be some bullshit, and I don't think Sony's they're gonna end up back where the Xbox was this generation. I'm telling you.
And that's what I've been saying, because if
no, because Sony fans backwards compatibility, that ain't shit to Sony fans. Y'all been shitting on that the whole gen. Y'all been shitting on backwards compatibility the whole gen. Don't you dare come out your mouth talking about you gonna be disappointed if they don't have it. Y'all been shitting on it the whole gen. Who play old games?
No, you know what it is.
J-Dub, who buys a new system? J-Dub, who buys a new system to play old games? Question. No, answer my question.
Can't take place.
No.
Come on
answer my question.
You know that.
Buys a new system to play old.
Some old goddamn games and not give me no new ones.
Bro, who buy a new system to play old games?
That's what that is.
Answer the question. Who buy a new system to play old games?
Post up. You know better, man.
Come on now.
Post up. You know better. You know how these Sony peasants work, bro. They gonna flip flop as soon as the day comes out.
It's only PlayStation fanboys that think crossplay is a bad thing.
I heard J-Dub on many podcasts about who buys a new system pro. Then he gonna just turn around and talk about I'll be disappointed if they don't have back.
They're not gonna be disappointed. They're just gonna damage control for it as usual.
Damage control's fucking crossplay and shit.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, the Xbox ended up with a bunch of backward compatible games that the company hyped up, but was not delivering any new content. And those are just the facts, right? You can't. I mean, you can't argue with that. What I said, I don't know about anybody else. What I said is I'd like it in tandem. When you release the back compat, then you release the new shit.
Oh, so now you moving the goalpost. Now you done changed the whole narrative because you trying to prepare for next gen.
Go back to the tape.
We gonna go back to the tape. But Nico, you can't try to change your narrative right now because you trying to prepare for next gen. No. I swear to God, come next gen, if Sony got back compat, the first show we do, I'm throwing all you fuck niggas up under the bus. Because the whole gen been who buys the new system to play old games. All y'all do is play old games. And this fuck nigga just said, if Sony don't come in with no back compat, then they gonna lose the gen.
You spent $500 for the X to play fucking Fight Night in 4K. We know you did that. That's
not the point.
That is
the point. Is you've been on tape saying who buys a new system to play old games, and you trying to shift your narrative. But I'm telling you, come next gen, I'm throwing all you fuck niggas up under the bus. Y'all shitted on the Xbox this whole generation about back compat. The whole generation. I'm throwing all you fuck niggas up under the bus.
Sony fanboys are full of fucking shit because they also bought those remasters. So fuck out of here, anyways.
Oh man, they did buy those remasters too.
Hey, all I gotta say is.
It's a classic, though. It's a classic. Get the fuck out of here. You guys wanted backwards compatibility, just won't admit it.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm just saying, this is hilarious.
We've been hearing that the whole gen, though, bro. And this thing, when did we get that? We've been hearing, and JW, you said that in the past, bro.
When did you get back compat?
Of course he said that.
Come?
Like 2 years when this gen started.
What year did back compat?
Like 2015.
It doesn't matter when it came, y'all laughed.
I'm saying, even to this day, right? More Xbox guys are playing Xbox 360 games than they are Xbox One games.
I mean, that was the PlayStation the first 2 years.
That was the point. That was the point. You just provided. It's a lot of gamers who didn't get a chance to play those.
Last generation, there were almost 90 million Xbox 360 gamers.
That don't mean all 90 million had access to all those games.
That means you got 40 million people that are missing. All right, so don't act like just everybody ready to play those old.
I know you trying to adjust your narrative for next gen.
Hold on. Answer me this question.
Generation is over.
Hold on, J-Dubs, answer me this question. How long is a typical console generation?
5 years. I think the
how about 4 to 5 years? How long was the 360 generation?
I say 5.
How long was the 360 generation?
7, 8 years.
7, 8 years. Some could even say 9 years. No one wants to leave behind all that fucking shit. It isn't like other generations where you might have been gaming for 2 to 3 years. People are going to leave behind 8 years.
They don't understand. We came from the era.
Hold on.
I just want to say this again. I'm going to let you go.
Let me ask Nethos. He asked the question. How long was the generation for PlayStation 2? How long did PlayStation 2 stay selling?
PlayStation 2 stayed selling? Probably like solid 9 years, 10 years.
All right, then. How many people wanted to leave those games behind? That has always
not been too many because the PS3 had backwards compatibility day one. You had backwards compatibility day one.
No, they cut it out.
You had it day one regardless, Kratos, so you can't change the narrative.
This is what I never understood, Kratos. This is what I never understood. You know, I understand that, you know, it's backwards compatibility. Yeah, almighty. Backward compatibility shouldn't be a selling point. It shouldn't be the main selling point. But I never understood why the feature got shitted on so much this generation. I come from an era where we had to have 3 systems hooked up at the same time and switch between them to play certain games.
You know what I'm saying? That sounds dumb as hell to me.
Wires, controllers, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit sounds dumb as hell.
You should understand that Microsoft went back, not only in the 360 era, but in the OG era too, and said, look, your whole library going to come with you next gen, and we're not even charging you. But y'all shitted on that the whole gen. But soon Sony come out with this shit, y'all gonna be selling. It's just like Baron say, y'all gonna switch the narrative.
Sony has backwards compatibility already. They have backwards compatibility already.
Yeah, PlayStation Now, that's real great.
I'm talking
about
come on, man. You really gonna say PlayStation Now?
For people that want it, right?
Fuck out of here.
That ain't the same thing.
Just stop it.
For people that want to play those old games, right?
And that's not even no, that's not playing your old games. That's them charging you to play your old games. It's not the same fucking thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Okay, wait, hold on.
J-Dub, you know better than that.
That's not, you're paying.
Listen, goddamn it, let me talk.
And the stream on top of that.
You gotta let me talk. Fuck. I haven't talked the whole fucking podcast.
Because you've been on some bullshit.
No, because you've been fucking screaming over me.
Okay, hold on. Look, you don't like kicking dead bodies. We don't like kicking dead bodies on the show. We don't like kicking dead bodies on the show. Kratos been dead majority of the show. He got killed early in the show. The whole pony panel died. Alex left the show. He don't need to. He just gone. He ain't even on the panel no more. So we're gonna let J-Dub say what he has to say. Because he's the only survivor with no legs right now. Go ahead, J-Dub.
He said, "Let me talk, baby."
Can I talk now?
Go ahead. Before you talk, we just pay the bills real quick. Top Dog.
Oh shit, bro.
Top Dog with $2. So the PS4 will stop working when the PS5 comes out. Obviously not, but why would I want to hook up my old system if I could just play it natively on my new system and look better? What's the point of hooking up your old system? That's an inconvenience.
All right. You got the floor, Jay.
Go ahead,
you gonna close the show with Jay.
This nigga Z wrapped up in a towel right now. I'm done.
God damn. Well, I tell you.
Taliban Z right now.
Oh, man. All I'm saying with the whole backwards compatibility, right? Backwards compatibility is never a bad thing. All right. What I said is, if you're gonna give me the option for backwards compatibility, when I pay $500 for these systems, I personally pay that for the new shit. If I want to play the old shit, I have my old system. Or if you give that to me as an option, the option is there. If I want to go back and play my old PS3 games, I have a PS3, or I can subscribe to PlayStation Now. That's what I'm saying.
That's not the same, though. That's not the same, though.
Listen, I understand the two things are not the same, but at the same time, y'all can't deny there's Xbox 360 games that have hit fucking NPD again. That means a lot of these people didn't just have these games; they're going out and buying these games all over again. So come on, you gotta wait. Let me finish talking. Nito, shut up, please.
All right.
All I'm saying is those are options. But when I spend $500 for these new systems, I want the new shit. Yes, you can give me the option to do that, and that's fine and dandy. Options are always good. But do not just keep feeding me a bunch of old shit saying, hey, here you go. We're celebrating this every single week on Xbox Inside or on Xbox or whatever. And then I'm wondering, when is the new shit come? I want to see the new shit, and the new shit never comes. That's what I'm saying.
You sound like, nigga. You know what you sound like, fuck nigga. You know what you sound like right now. You sound like, I will survive as long as I know how to love Sony. I know I stay alive. Fuck nigga, that shit dead. Come on, that shit dead right now.
It's from the motherfucker that been playing Super.
This is my only problem with what you're saying. This is my only problem. Yeah, okay. This is my only problem with what you're saying, Kratos.
This is crazy.
It sounds like in that example that Xbox can't get new games because they're only focusing on backwards compatible games. That's a whole different issue. That's an issue with their first party lineup and all that. It has nothing to do that they have backwards compatibility.
And that's a whole different team.
That's the whole.
That's what we have an issue with you.
That's the fucking problem. That is the problem. You offering me the old stuff and not offering me the new stuff. It goes hand in hand. Don't tell me that that's a separate issue. It's the same fucking issue. I spent $500 for a console. I want the new shit. Don't just offer me the old shit.
You can't just make new shit out of fucking nothing. You have to invest in them.
Who problem is that?
Old shit. Microsoft understood the fact that you have 360 titles.
Go back and tell me how that's Terry Myerson's problem or that's Donnie D's problem. No, we don't care. At the end of the day, you spent all of this time creating all of the backwards compatible game, right? But you didn't spend a lot of time creating the new stuff, which I wanted. That's
a whole different. First of all, you cannot No. Fuck, let me check this fuck nigga right quick. Come on, check this fuck nigga right quick.
You got posted going. When he says no.
You cannot play with the no. Hold on. Let me tell you something. You cannot correlate the two. You cannot correlate the two.
Hit the like button.
Because one, it wasn't a for sure thing that the back compact thing was going to happen. A team went off on their own, and Phil and them didn't even know. Look, a team went off on their own and did their own research to try to get this done. And when Phil found out that it was feasible, he greenlit it. He greenlit it.
At the end of the day,
I got a new video idea now.
I don't care about the inner workings of Microsoft, right? Nobody cares about that shit. At the end of the day, as a gamer, I spent $500 for the goddamn console or $400 for the S. I want to be able to play new games for it. And at the end of the day, if you're not giving me those new games, then I see it as you're trying to pacify me with the old games.
No. You got to be specific. No. You got to be specific. You got to be specific. Because when you say new games, you got to be specific. Because I know when I ask you this question, you better say exclusives, because saying new games,
here we come.
By what you're saying.
We got all these third-party games. We got new games. Come on, get out of here, post up. Get out of
but
here.
they're games, though. So third-party games are not games, no? Now, third-party.
What the hell it is?
I forgot. Okay. Multi-plats are no longer games when it comes to Xbox. Only exclusive.
A sandwich, bro.
Hold up, post up.
Okay, let Baron go.
Hold up, post up, man. You know that's not true. You know, once Spider-Man gets old after a week, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, I got all these multi-plats to play." You know that's coming. You know that's coming.
At least you can play those multi-plats unlike you, Baron.
Oh, shit.
Well, the ones I want to actually am gonna be able to
play. Oh shit! Third party.
Hold on, real quick though, Kratos. Let me ask you a question.
So when the PS5 launches, questions.
This is a good question here. So when the PS5 launches, you'll admit Sony's probably gonna be a little bit slow getting the games because they typically are slow, right?
I don't know.
They could probably take a year or two to get the game.
They're not here. Huh? I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, but typically,
you do know.
1 to 2 years to get the game.
Look at the PS3 and the PS4. You know.
They take 1 to 2 years to get the game.
What happened to PS3 to PS4 could be different. What happened to PS2 to PS3?
Okay, but just typically, the typical data.
I'm gonna say typically. I don't know. The shit not here.
Oh my god! You're just gonna avoid this shit.
From what I know, listen. From what I know, supposedly the Xbox One had all the games and all the big things at the beginning of the generation. But
no, it didn't.
But listen, according to Nethos and Post Up, it did. And PlayStation didn't have no games. But then all of a sudden, how is it that the shitty low number amount of games that they had did outsell their big games? I don't understand that. Either they have games or they don't.
Before I let Post Up pay the bills, all I'm going to say it was an example. Let's just say PlayStation takes 1 to 2 years to get their big games out again. That's fine with me. But if they take 1 to 2 years, now I just have to blame that the PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible, and that's the reason why they don't have those fucking games. That's your logic, Kratos. Anyways, Post Up, answer that fucking question.
Nobody dictate. Nobody telling me what to do now, fucking nigga. I'm gonna read the statement. Don't be telling me what to do now, Nethos.
You got it.
Just hold on.
I see it. Well, he says,
I can't read them.
Shout out to McNeil Chris, man, with the $4.99, man. I'm gonna help Z right now. He wrapped up in a towel, man. This nigga, he need help right now. You know what I'm saying? J Dub speaking facts. Y'all Xbox fuck niggas need some of that greatness. Nigga, you just wasted $5. Fuck y'all.
You sure did just waste $5.
Look,
These boys shook, man.
Neil, go sit your McGriddle ass down.
Shit. Hold on. We gotta do one more topic before we leave. So the Xbox Elite V2, right? The new controller coming out. The shit's gonna have an internal battery. Is that a bad thing all of a sudden? I see a lot of Xbox saying like, I want my AA batteries in my controller. I don't want an internal battery. So is that a bad thing to come with an internal battery? All over Twitter and shit.
Everybody. That been damage controller. Those AA batteries, all is gen. Everybody.
Yeah, I need to put that shit to rest. Okay, we've had phones for like fucking 10 years, and you're telling me internal batteries still don't work? Get the fuck out of here. Just because the PlayStation batteries are shit doesn't mean the Xbox batteries will be.
Wow. I've never. I didn't think
if you look on Twitter, every time that rumor comes up, people are like, I want my my external batteries. Dumb shit I've ever seen.
Nah, I'm good on AA batteries.
Especially if you're out there paying $20 for the plain charging kit. You just take an L for that.
I don't have a problem with it. Give me internal though. I was strapping from some batteries. My Xbox controller died. I can find no batteries. That's how Post got the winning Madden. My controller died on me and shit, man. So
this fuck nigga lying. This fuck. And y'all see, hold on, yeah. Let me tell you about this fuck nigga. See, I'm finna throw his ass under the bus right now. He paraded me around social media when he got that win in Fight Night. I whooped his ass paws in Madden, and that nigga ain't said nothing. Ain't shared the video or nothing. And see, I ain't even parade his L around social media.
You know why? Because it was a fucking fluke.
But I think I need to turn it to a fuck nigga.
Oh, you gotta
go get the footage.
All you gotta do is boot up. Parade. All you gotta do is boot up, fuck nigga. I'm here.
Nigga, boot up, nigga. Boot up, then.
Listen,
fuck is you talking about, nigga?
We're gonna stream this. Let's stream this.
We are. If you guys enjoyed the show today, hit the motherfucking like button. If you see me beat Post ass and motherfucking.
And goddamn, Kratos just left.
Oh shit, he
He had enough for the day, man. He had enough, man. He was
that nigga. The whole Sony panel died. Alex broke. He got up out of there.
Hey, man, J-Dub is cool people, but I got under his skin today. That boy was fuming.
He said, "Let me talk." I've been talking the whole goddamn.
Shut up, Beatles. I was like, okay, all right.
But look, man, this day was bound to come, and trust me, there's gonna be more days like this where I have to come in here and just spread that Nintendo love. Damn. So it's gonna be more days like this.
Oh shit, man! And like I said, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed the multiplayer podcast today, hit the like button. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys for showing up, and shout out to Kid Snoop, the corniest motherfucker I know. We about to hop online right now and take this trash talking to the next level. We catch you guys. We back tomorrow on the show. So you know I always got a dog shit show about Sudden. Oh, y'all want to do a Spend Your Mind tomorrow when y'all get off work or whatever?
Yeah, I got them off tomorrow, so I can do it.
Oh, what about you, folks? You got to work tomorrow?
I get off at 10.
All right, what's up?
11?
Go for like an hour or so? All right, say no more.
Yeah, the people thirsty for that. I ain't know that.
Hey, bro, I got about 1,000 questions to goddamn Spend Your Mind yesterday, bro. Say no more. We out of here.